Hey there, it's me, Dave. Listen up, drivers. We're going to talk about an environmental issue that should be important to you and your company. I'm talking about emergency spill response. You know, when you blow a hydraulic line or your fuel tank starts leaking, it may not seem like a big deal, but in some states, a spill of as little as 1 cup of an oil product can be considered a hazmat spill event. EPA in the states are serious about enforcement. You can't just drive away. You gotta contain it and clean it up. And you may have to make a formal report to the state. You've probably seen that spill kit in your truck, but maybe you've never been trained on how to use it correctly. That's what we're gonna talk about today. When you're at a customer site, it's always a good idea to do a walk around before you pull out, just to make sure everything's okay and no one is in your blind spot. It's a good idea to take a close look at your fuel tank and any hoses to make sure nothing is leaking. And in an accident on the road, a lot of times, the saddle tanks in your truck can get ruptured. I had a rupture once, and believe me, that ain't fun. The sooner you can control a leak or spill, the better off you'll be. Knowing what's in your spill kit and how to use it is a good thing. Nowadays, we have spill absorbent pads and socks, or PIGs as some people call them, that are designed to be super absorbent and easy to use. Or you might have a small bag of Speedy Dry or some other granular absorbent. Grab your kit and we'll both take a look. You would use a sock or mini boom like this to wrap a donut around the spill so it doesn't flow away, like towards a drain or a source of ignition. That's the first step. Contain the spill. Next, you'll want to see if you can stop the flow. If it's a hydraulic leak, it might be as simple as shutting a valve or disconnecting a hose. If your fuel tank is ruptured, you may be able to stick a sorbent pad into the hole, but be careful. Put your cigarette out and wear gloves. If it's not safe to do, you might just have to let it leak out. The third step is to completely cover the spilled liquid with the pads or some granular absorbent material, like kitty litter or sand, or those damn granola bars your wife keeps putting in your lunchbox. There's 2 reasons to cover the spill. It will actually start to absorb the liquid so it doesn't flow down some drain. And it will suppress the vapors so they don't ignite or get inhaled by some poor bastard like you. And once the leak has stopped and your absorbents have done their job, you need to collect it all and seal it up in a bag. Your spill kit probably has a plastic bag that's in there for this purpose. Don't leave it laying around either. You need to take it with you. And while you're at it, it might be a good idea to take a picture or 2 just to document what happened and what you did. We don't want to get blamed for creating another love canal. By the way, don't throw the stuff in the customer's dumpster either. That might be illegal, depending on what it is and where you are. You don't want to be on the news as some toxic waste dumper. And now the paperwork begins. It's entirely likely that your company has a spill report form or some procedure on reporting these things. Make sure you do the report as soon as you can while everything is fresh in your mind. So let's recount the steps. 1. Contain whatever spill is on the ground. 2. Try to stop the flow. 3. Cover the spill to absorb it and knock down the vapors. 4. Collect the spill debris and safely seal it up. And 5. Do whatever reporting is necessary. It's probably a good idea to make sure your dispatcher and the mechanics know what happened too. They can take care of the rest. That should just about do it for today. And remember, whatever you do, you need to operate safely or not at all.